welcome to the 2001 Australian Disabled Water Ski Championships. I'm Tiffany Levette. We're here at Marshall's Lagoon in Queensland on the beautiful Sunshine Coast, and it's considered to be one of the best competition sites in the country. Just like their able-bodied counterparts, the competitors will contest 3 disciplines: slalom, trick and jump. Consistency across all of them the key to success.
Marshall Ski Lakes would have to be one of the best water ski venues in Australia, and when you add to that the fact that it's fully accessible for people with disabilities, what a great venue. And it just happens to be here on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, so I think we've really got it all here.
Now let's meet some of the inspirational competitors. I know they've been out there training hard in the lead up, and believe me, there's been some spectacular action.
I had a helicopter crash. I was working in the Kimberleys in the like northwest Australia. The helicopter stopped and I tried to land, but I was a little bit too low after the landing that I was trying to do. I was stuck out in the bush for a couple of days. Meanwhile, I had a broken back, and by the time I got back to Perth, I lost my leg because my leg had died. After playing tennis and basketball, they were a bit too slow and not any adrenaline rush, whereas we get a fair bit of a rush, and the crashes are half the excitement.
I'm a paraplegic. I have been for about 19 years as a result of a road rage incident. The guy in the other car had a knife and he stabbed me in the back, and it went between the vertebrae and cut my spinal cord. I first became involved in water skiing at what's called a come and try day. I was invited along to a come and try day and had a go at it, and I found it to be very exciting, a bit of an adrenaline rush, and I also realised that it's a great sport for the family. Sort of taken on the competitive side and been doing it pretty much full time for the last couple of years. Due to a little bit of lack of time on water, I'm hoping to perform fairly well, but I don't think I'll be at my PBs or personal best performances, but I'm still hoping that I'll be able to win the title in all 3 events, and hopefully get a lot of experience for the up-and-coming World Championships.
First up, we go to the slalom, where the aim is to get around 6 buoys at a constant speed without falling.
I'm liking the slalom the most. I'm hopefully going to break the Australian record and hopefully equal the world record. It's only an Australian record capable tournament this weekend. I broke the Australian record in the jump last year. I'm just sort of tolerating the jump and just doing it just to keep points on the board for the overall. Tricks, not really my cup of tea. Had a motorcycle accident in 1989 on the way to work. Cleaned up by a car who wasn't paying much attention, unfortunately for me. As a result of the accident, I ended up with technically T11 paraplegia. I broke 7 vertebrae, crushed 2 of them as well, ripped the rib cage off the backbone, punctured a lung, dislocated my hip, broke my collarbone again. Couple of weeks concussion, hemorrhaged a couple of major arteries, and small bumps, bruises and abrasions to the body. But my Walkman that was in my backpack survived to this day, so that's all right. I'm happy about that part anyway.
First away is Arm Division competitor Paul Tyndall, using a sling to give him the extra strength needed to run the full course. Brisbane's Scott Wintle launches his first national title campaign, though he doesn't appear to be too happy with this performance. While Kevin McGrath takes to the water with gusto, on time through the course until buoy number 6. Chasing Tyndall, his long-time rival, it wasn't a case of ooh-ah Kev McGrath, things not going according to plan at the most challenging end of the run. Sid skier Darryl Hoyle sets about conquering the inner course, giving it his all, but he did have some trouble finding that solid edge, the key to a fast weight crossing. Sparky Mike Harris was running red hot, however faltered at buoy number 2 on his second run. All champion Jamie McDonald on the inner course, his legs strapped and a handled swing for strength. Sydney Steve Simmons tackles the full course on pass number 2, using his upper body to maintain balance through the waves. At the end of round 1, Andrew Avery is on top of the MP1 division. Alan Agro-Armstrong has charged to the front in the MP2. Laurie Cunningham has already stamped his authority on the MP3 with 83 points. Paul Tyndall, Steve Simmons, Jamie McDonald and Kev Murfitt all blazing the way in their category. Next up, Trick, a mad dash to accumulate points in a set duration.
I started water skiing at the age of 11. I got involved through the able-bodied water ski division in Canberra, and it was just something that I always wanted to do, and I've been doing it ever since. I'm a below knee amputee. I lost my right leg in I was hit by a car at the age of 6 and broke my leg, and then basically the doctors sort of made a little mistake and I got gangrene, so I was amputated. Trick skiing is probably one of my favourite events. It's probably one of the hardest for our disability to master. I was lucky when I learnt to ski. I was young, and all the kids that was in the ski club always mucked around on trick skis, so to fit in I always skied on a trick ski rather than a slalom ski, which has helped me now to be able to trick at the level I can trick.
Alan Armstrong said trick wasn't his cup of tea. His self-designed ski may now need some fine-tuning. After dominating the slalom, Laurie Cunningham spun into action in the Tourism Queensland trick event. Back-to-back 360s, the clean performance sure to get the judges' nod. Ski legend Bushy Brown off to a flyer on his converted wakeboard. Passing the handle over his head to execute the full rotations. A wake 180 for Kev McGrath on his second pass of the session. But an unlucky edge soon earned him a face full of water. A successful barrel roll continues to elude Alan Kempster, and some sensational form by Kev Murford wraps up round 1. To the leaderboard and the standouts are quad skier Andrew Avery on 410 points, Steve Simmons living up to his reputation, well clear on 1,350, and Jamie McDonald opening up a handy gap in the AL.
Well, the jumps, they're up next on the program, and they're certainly considered to be probably one of the most spectacular events. Some of these skis actually specialise in them, but can you imagine heading up to that ramp 30, 40 mile an hour, launching into the air just to see how far you can get on the other side? And I hear one of the skis is going to attempt a world record at some stage during the weekend.